Good morning, guys. Today it's Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday. Get my water as usual. So, yesterday was a good day. We got a lot done. Spoke to who we need to speak to. We fired up the printer. Just a little recap. We fired up the t-shirt printer. Trying to do some t-shirts. See how this one is blank? I could have a logo on there, either lifestyle or peppers. So I'm gonna print up some shirts for the businesses. So I fired up the printer. Remember, guys, friends and family, we're not firing it up to start printing shirts again. I'm just doing it to print our own shirts. There's not enough time in the day for me to do all this and do, shirt printing. Shirt printing takes time. When you're doing that, it takes hours. You can't really do anything else. If you get an order of 30, 40 shirts, even 10 shirts, it takes a few, hours, maybe 2, 3 hours. So I won't be able to do that. I'm firing up the machine just to do 1 or 2 shirts for myself, to wear. So yeah, we firing up the machine. We got it fired up, clean it up, run some ink through it. I believe the ink is not as bright enough, so I'm, doing some more cleaning on it to get it to print right. So that I'm what I'll be doing today. So yesterday we almost got the car sold. The bank was closed, so there's no way to get the money at that time. So pretty much he's gonna go to the bank this morning, first thing this morning, and come back and get the car. They love it, they like it, they drove it, so they say they're gonna take it. So let's hope they don't sleep on it and change their minds. They were trying to wire the money yesterday, but there's a limit on that, so they couldn't do it yesterday. Anyhow, we'll do it today, hopefully. So we did that yesterday. I'm still yawning. It's early this morning, guys. It's only 6:30 in the morning. So did that yesterday. Did a lot of research when it comes to the restaurant. Today is Friday, so I think I'm going to order that blender I was talking about, so we could do some testing, and it takes some time to get here. So if I order it today, hopefully one day next week it'll get here. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that piece of equipment. So we fired up the printer, almost got the car sold. I've shifted around some things in the garage yesterday. I didn't have anything to do at the salon yesterday, but this morning I'm gonna swing by there just to check on it, make sure it's clean. This morning early, I'm gonna go right now, knock that out, and then come back. Right now I'm uploading a video, yesterday's video. I already set that to upload this morning. I finished editing late last night, but I couldn't go anymore, so I ended up just leaving the upload part for now. So I am going to go to the salon, come back, do some more research. I was checking into another piece of equipment, so I'm looking into that. Today I don't have to call anybody. I think I have to call the grease trap guy again today. Yeah, everybody else is set. It's just a little back and forth with the grease trap guy. So if the guy comes today and we deal with the car, once I finish with the car, he said maybe around 10:30. So once I finish with him, then I'll be messing with that printer outside. I have to get that printer printing today or tomorrow, or if it needs parts, then I'll order the parts today or get the parts ordered from a friend of mine. We have I didn't want to order any shirts until I know for sure that printer is printing. If the printer is printing then I'll order the shirts. If it's not printing, I'll hold off on getting the shirts. Um, yeah, so that's what today is gonna look like. I'm gonna hot the water now. Let's go look outside. I know I always show you guys what it looks like outside. Let's see if it's raining. Let's see if it's looking good out there. How it feels. Oh, my shoes is out here too. Alright, so it feels good this morning. It's not cold. Feels real good. It's a bit overcast today. Not raining. But feels real good. No rain. Grass is getting better. I think I'm gonna give it a nice even cut. I'm gonna give it a nice even cut today or over the weekend. Not today, but over the weekend we give it a nice even cut. Yeah, but it looks like it's gonna rain today, but no telling. It might clear up sometime today. It might clear up. Oh, I need to go. Saw my neighbor's gas. I need my grill. The gas ran out, so I gotta refill that gas. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain, but it's cloudy, overcast, so it might rain today, it might not. Normally it starts out like this here at this time of year. It starts out looking like this, and then it turns out to be a beautiful day. However, remember guys, it is a beautiful day regardless of the weather, regardless of how it looks. If it's raining, it's a beautiful, blessed day. If it rains, it's just, sometimes the raindrops, the rain coming down, it's, if you have to work on the road, then it's messy. If you work outside, then, obviously it's raining, you can't work. People who do construction, who work on roofs, who works on the roads, it's a little bit messy and wet and muddy, and you know what I'm saying, then it might spoil your day. But it's still a beautiful day. It's still beautiful when it comes to those days when you have good days. So whether it rains or it doesn't rain, it's a good day. It's we need rain sometimes to wash things off, wash the pollen off, wash the roads off. So it's a beautiful day. We got our little green onion growing right there. Oh, it is drizzling a little bit. Yeah, rain is drizzling a little bit, guys, but it's not falling, so it's good. You could hear the birds chirping. So see, they're happy. They're chirping, so they're happy this morning. Even although it's raining for them, they're outside 24/7. Sunshine, snow, they're outside and they're happy. They get up and chirp, right? So we need to get up and chirp sometime. Be happy every morning. And I'm a morning person, so I'm always happy in the morning time. When it gets down to evening time, I'm sluggish. But yeah, guys, let's head to the salon real quick and get some work done. See what's going on down there. And then come back and finish our day. So let's go. Alright guys, so we're out by the printer. Before I go, I'm just gonna give it one last test print. We're purging the ink through the machine, so I'm thinking it's not fully purged yet. So I'm doing like a print head clean just to get the ink all the way through to the print head. So that's what it's doing right now. It's pretty much doing a print head clean. So it's checking ink. Yeah, so once it's done with that, I'm gonna set it to do a test print, and then I'm gonna head to the salon. So it could do the test printing while I'm at the salon. Yeah. So let me double this up real quick. Yeah, so it's now, it's about 6:30, 6:45. So we're gonna okay, so it's about to start printing. Okay. So it's printing now, so we could leave it and let it print. It's gonna do 2 test print, and then we'll see what happens when we get back. If not, we'll flush it out some more, flush the dampers out, flush it out, and get ink running through it. But let's run to the salon real quick. Alright. Yeah guys, so you know, as I said, it's kind of drizzling, but it's a great day. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day. I wouldn't say I love it when it rains, but it's okay when it rains. You know, we need rain for the water, for the lawn. As I said, I need rain to wash the roads off sometimes. Sometimes the place is just dusty, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to have a little rain sometimes. You gotta cut the outside of that lawn right there. Yeah, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. It's always a beautiful day, no matter what. You know, if it's windy, it means. Hold on one second, guys. All right, guys. So I drove out, but I think I'm gonna switch cars and use the van instead. So I'm gonna make a U-turn real quick. Yeah, I use the van. I have some things to pick up, so I'm gonna switch cars real quick. But yeah, that's how it is. That's life every day, you know. I'm showing you guys what I have to do in the morning or whenever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's life every day. You know, these part of life, no one sees it for anyone, you know what I'm saying? The parts where you get the kids ready, you do everything. Well, not me, I don't have any kids to get ready, but you know, when an average person, they'll get the kids ready, drive out to go to work, then on their way to work, they drop the kids off, then to go to work, then they forgot, oh, they left their badge to go into work, or they left their cell phone, so they have to turn back, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm showing people. I mean, I know you guys know that happens, but this is what I'm showing you. Sometimes this is what I do in my life. I decide to share that with you guys, right? So, but this is what happens. Sometimes we gotta turn back and start over. Sometimes some people don't even make it to work. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, let me get out of this car right here. Get my water. I got my hot water with me, guys, and then I got my phone and the camera in my hand. So let me get rid of the put my phone in my pocket. Yeah. Yeah, and remember guys, you guys gonna be seeing the sky a lot when I'm outside or in my yard or in my house. Yeah, it's just for safety, security reasons, you know, just so that you guys don't see where I'm at. However, I am in Duluth. So Duluth is pretty big. Most cities are pretty big, so you won't be able to find me. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you guys can figure out a way how to find people, but for those who are looking. But I'm just not gonna tell you my exact address. No YouTubers is gonna tell you exactly where they are. So you could probably recognize where they are, and you know, some of them they get found. I ain't trying to be found. I ain't that popular, so ain't nobody gonna. I don't think I'm not at that status yet for somebody to try and find me. So I don't have any enemies, so I don't think anybody's gonna try and come and find me, or would want to find me. However, you don't know, we have mad people out there, crazy mad people who will just do that for no reason, because they can. You know what I'm gonna do? One day I'm gonna see if I could do one of those challenges. I always see people do it in the past. It's not something that's popular, I think, but I've seen where they leave things. I guess it's popular there. Everything on YouTube is there on YouTube. But what they do, they leave like things. Let's say they leave $100 or $50 or gold or whatever the case is. I see they leave it in a public space. What they call that thing again? Remember that Pokemon thing they had? I think it's Pokemon. But anyway, people leave things somewhere in the park, at a park somewhere, and leave clues. And then when they leave the clue, the subscribers or whoever is watching would go and try and find it, right? And if they find it, then they get a prize. I don't know what it is, but it's a challenge like that where I would do something like that. I always say, I see people do it. I say I would always try to do it, you know. Yeah, maybe like a gift card to somewhere. I would leave like a Visa gift card. They could use it wherever. I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna try that one day. I don't have much subs. I don't have much people here. More likely, if I do it, it's probably like a family member or a friend or somebody I know that lives here who's watching my channel all the time. They're the ones who's probably gonna find it. But at least it's a start. You know what I'm saying? I could probably do something like that. Yeah. I know others is doing it. I'm gonna check, but I know currently everything you think of or you've seen, somebody's doing it. So it ain't nothing new. I ain't trying to reinvent the wheel. I'll just do what others do, you know? And I'm not trying to copy anyone either. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I know I've seen it done before, but then I'll try and put a twist on it and do it as well, you know. But yeah, yesterday I know I probably spoke about in the video yesterday, where on my way to my daughter's school I saw some guys putting in a grease trap in another gas station. So I wanted to stop by to get some info, just, you know, a second opinion or so. However, when I came back, because it was late in the afternoon, when I came back, they weren't there. Apparently they were done working for the day. It was like 4:30 in the evening. So I'm thinking they had finished working for the day. So I didn't see them. So today I'm going a little bit earlier. So hopefully I see them today. I'll stop by today and see if I could get, you know, find out which company is that company. Now, I didn't sign a contract with the current grease trap people I'm using. I had only gotten a quote from them, which is a very good price. I'm leaning towards going with them, but you never know. At the end of the day, sometimes it boils down to not only the price, but you know how quick they could get it done. How, you know, there's other factors involved. how good they're gonna get it done. That's another factor. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to companies, if a lot of times you get recommendations to get these things done, but it might not be the best recommendation. Sometimes they'll probably do a good job for that person, but didn't do a good that and don't do a good job for you. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It's various reasons that happens. So at the end of the day, it's good to get more than one quote. That's all I'm saying. Get more than one quote and more than one opinion on things. So yeah, so far I haven't had any issues. Just a little bit of communication issues sometime where he's supposed to send me and then he hasn't sent it yet. I have to call him back on it, which is fine, because sometimes people they're overwhelmed or a lot of work's going on for them, so they might not get enough time to reply at the end of the day. So the next day they'll reply, which is totally fine. Sometimes we don't, throughout our day we don't get back to people. With me, I try to make sure I get back. If somebody asks me something, I try to do it instantly, because if you put it on a list or set it aside, then at the end of the day you're tired. We're humans, we don't get back to it. It's not computers are replying, it's humans, right? So for me, my formula is, if let's say somebody reach out to me from a salon, I try to address that situation right away. You know what I'm saying? I don't put it on a list, and because most of the requests from the salon is stuff that needs to be done right away. When they call because there's an issue, right? So most times I have to drop what I'm doing to take care of that issue. For instance, yesterday, it started out cool like now, but then in the daytime it gets real hot, right? That's this time of year in Georgia, that's how it is. It starts out cool. Right now it's 64 degrees. By the middle of the day, towards the end of the day, it's now 80 degrees, right? So it starts out cool in the morning, then it gets hot. So with the AC system, as with any AC system even in your house, when it's set at a specific temperature, so now we have it at like 70 degrees, right? Which is on the colder side in that building. Now, if it's warm, you'll be fine all day. But if it starts out at 50, 60 degrees, when we set it at 70, inside is super cold in the morning, right? But then as the day goes by, it gets warmer. So when you adjust your AC down in the morning so that it's not as cold, and then by the evening time you gotta change that setting, right? So we have one of those automatic thermostats where we could adjust it from anywhere. From my phone I could adjust it. However, I need to set it up to where it changes. How can I explain now? When it gets to the evening time, it changes to a cooler temperature. So let's say it starts out warmer because it's cool in the morning. It starts out warm, then maybe by 1 o'clock it changes to a cooler temperature. We can change those options, but here's the issue. When we do it like that, what if it doesn't get warm and it stays cool all day? You see what I'm saying? That AC is gonna change based on what we set it for by time and not by temperature. So I don't know if there's a thermostat out there where it changes the temperature based on what the temperature is outside. You know what I'm saying? I would have to get a thermostat like that, which I don't see one like that. I haven't seen one on the market yet. I have to research, but I'm not sure. Most thermostats, are all thermostats, it changes by the time. The schedule is set by the time you put each day, not by the temperature. So if we have our temperature set at a certain degrees and you set it where it gets colder, right, by evening time, if we do that and it gets colder by evening time, if the temperature outside is cold, right, all day, then it's going to be super cold in the evening time because we set our schedule to make it cold. So it being cold, the AC being cold, and outside being cold is going to be super cold, right? So that's the issue I'm having with it. So I have to manually change it on days like these where it starts out cool, right? So that it's comfortable inside, but then by evening time, if it gets hot, I gotta, you know, turn that AC down so it gets cooler for them. So every year we go through the same kind of situation where we have to be readjusting it throughout the day. So luckily for me, I installed a unit, a thermostat that we could adjust it anywhere in the world. Pretty much, we could. It's Wi-Fi internet based, so we could go on our phones and just change the temperature, right? So I just let all the tenants know, hey, if it's really warm in here and you feel like the temperature, you know, at the end of the day it gets hot, just shoot me a text and I'll readjust it. 1 to 2 degrees makes a big difference in terms of the thermostat. When you if it's normal, it's like we have it at 70 degrees, right? So if it's too cold, I put it up to 71 degrees or 72 degrees and it's fine. If it gets hot, I put it back at 70. But 70 degrees is the magic number. I tell everyone in there, if I set it at 70 degrees, all they have to do is just get a little heater. So the thing about it is we could keep inside cold all the time, right? Whether it's cold outside, hot outside, I could keep it cold. But then all you have to do is just put a little space heater in your space, right? But if I keep it warm, then what happens is you can't cool individual rooms because you don't have a space cooler or AC, you know what I'm saying? But you have a space heater. So you could make the whole building cold and then each person warm their space. So that's what, you know, I've been telling the tenants to try and get a heater, a space heater. Some of them don't need space heaters because if you're a hairdresser, you have a hair dryer. So they'll just turn their hair dryer on and that will kind of warm the room, right? So that's the little issue I have with the salon this or every year at this time of year where it gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets cold. It's in one day. So as I said, right now it's 65 degrees. Yesterday was, or one day this week, it was much colder. It was like 55 degrees in the morning time. But then in the evening time, it was 80 degrees. So if you set your thermostat at 1 degree, evening time is going to be real hot. You have to readjust it. All right, so enough about the salon. We have to make those changes. Yes, you know, I'm gonna reprogram it to let it stay at 70. I always try to readjust it, but it just never works out. I get calls all the time once I change that 70 degrees. So you know, I don't like when they call saying that they're hot. So I'd rather keep it cold, and I'll take the calls that say, hey, they're cold. So if they're cold, I shouldn't get no calls saying that you're cold because you're supposed to have a heater. If you have a heater, turn your heater on, right? Yeah. The only thing with the heater situations is it burns more power for us. So if they leave their heater on all night, all day, all night, then it's gonna be more power on us. But you know, you win some, you lose some. You can't have it all. We're gonna have to just sacrifice on the power part of it and keep it cool. It's either that or we're constantly changing or constantly getting calls from tenants. So to eliminate that, we're just gonna have to suck it up and pay a little bit more on the light bill. And normally it's just 1 or 2 rooms. What I did the other day on the rooms that was real cold, what I did was I put a damper in that room so we could turn that air down manually. So it just goes in the vent, in that AC vent, it goes in the vent, and then what we do is we turn that little vent close, and then when it turns close, it puts less air in that room. So on the rooms that are much colder, I'll install that damper to restrict the flow of air that's going in there. Because some rooms, like we have a makeup girl, her room is super cold because she has nothing that's working in that room, meaning there's no mini refrigerator, there's no equipment, there's no hair dryer running, nothing. So that room is just super cold for her, so I put a damper in her room. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, so we're almost at the salon. As I said, I'm just gonna do a quick clean on it, and then from there I'm gonna head back home. I'm gonna try and fix that printer today and do if it doesn't print good, I'm gonna do another flush, like print head flush clean. If it still doesn't work, after trying a couple times, it may be the print head that's bad. So if that's the case, we'll try and get in another print head for it, or I'll have another machine. I could fire that machine up, but I didn't want to, I'd rather fix this one than try to break out a new one. So yeah, head to salon. Oh, forgive me guys, it's early, man. We just got up like an hour, 2 hours ago. It's now 7:30. I was up from like 6 this morning, somewhere like that. Yeah. So yeah, we on the road. Let's flip you around. See, we on the road. So see, it's drizzling a little bit, guys. A little bit of drizzle. I'm coming up on the Gas South Arena over there. They have a lot of shows and concerts over there. And so that's the area we're in. Got a lot of police activity going on down there. 3 cars stopping 1 person. Must be serious. But yeah, every now and then it happens, don't matter where you are. Sometimes it ain't nothing either, but they make a big deal out of it sometimes. Yeah, so we got customers going into the salon. The barbers are here already. The barbers, they start out real early. See, we got both barbers here, both or 3 barbers here already. They normally start out early in the morning. People, they gotta go to work. They get their hair cut before they go to work, guys and girls. So most times the barbers are here early. They start out real early. One of our barbers here, you come here 6 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes she's here. Most times she's here, because she's here right now and it's 7:30. So more than likely they have early clients, and that's why they come in early. But yeah, let me get inside. I'm gonna get inside, do some cleaning real quick. I don't think I have to show you guys that. You're already seen me done that in the past videos. Normally when I go in there, I just check the bathrooms, vacuum the hallways, vacuum the front and the rear mat, clean whatever glass that needs to be cleaned, replenish any kind of toiletries, soap, toilet paper, stuff like that. We'll get that done, and then that's it for the salon. Normally it's not that much work. I have a empty room in the back that I had put the drywall compound and the holes, so I patched the holes. So now I just need to sand that drywall down and sand the patches down and then repaint it. That room, I'm thinking of repainting it white, all white, or I might keep, I'm gonna paint it all white. there's a off-white color, cream color that's in there. I could paint it in that cream color instead of repainting it full white, because most tenants, they either want it white or they want their own color. So with this room, I might not waste the money to paint it white, because then you waste the money to paint it white and then somebody come in and want it in a different color. So I think I'm just gonna patch those holes, get it looking nice, and then if the person want the same color, they could keep it in the same color. If they want to change, then we'll change it at that time. They normally buy their paint. So yeah, I'm not gonna paint it white. I'm just gonna repaint it in the color that it's in. I think we have some paint somewhere. So I have that room to finish up and clean it out, clean the floors, change a few floor tiles, so it'll be ready to be rented. Preferably a nail tech we want for that room, and the reason for that is it already set up with the extraction fans and stuff already in there. So because it has all those things, we would rather just rent it to a nail tech, so they could utilize that fan, extraction fan. So I'm gonna head inside, clean up real quick, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna continue with the vlog. Alright guys, so I got done with the salon. It wasn't dirty or anything like that. It was pretty clean, just minimal cleaning. Vacuum the hallways. Vacuum the hallways. Vacuum the bathroom, vacuum the mats, clean the glass in the front, and then that took care of that. I was gonna hook up the wash bowl, so I got everything in there. The wash bowl in that room, that daily rental room. So I got that room together. I was about to hook up the wash bowl, but I'll do that later on today. I have to be somewhere by 10, so or 11. So it's now a little after 9. I'm gonna head back home, check on that printer, see if it's clean. As I said, the guy that's buying the car is supposed to come back this morning. The bank open around 10, so I'm giving him between 10 and 11, sometime around there. I have to be somewhere at 11, so if he calls, then I'll just meet him real quick, wrap that up. If not, we'll just, I'll just go to where I'm going at 11 and then meet him after. So in other words, I just don't want to be too far away from the house, just in case he pops up. So yeah, I'm gonna head back home, check on the printer, see if it's printing correctly, try and figure that out. I uploaded yesterday's video, that's up now. So I'll see you guys at the house working on the printer.
It's just different.
Alright guys, so we're back at the house working on the printer. It's still not printing too good. What happened is the color is kind of faded. If you notice, the yellow is not yellow, it's there, but it's faded yellow. I don't know if that channel is not spraying yellow or what the case is, but I don't think it's not clogged, because I run fluid through it. It's not clogged, but it's, for some reason, it's not spraying yellow. So I'm trying to figure out, if it's a setting issue or it's a mechanical issue with the print head. So I'm doing some testing, some cleaning, and see if we could get it to print properly. Once we get that printed properly, then we could start doing an actual print. So I'm going through it. That's where I'm at right now. It's about 10 o'clock. Did the salon thing already, and now I'm here trying to figure this part out. So I'll check back in once I get it fixed. Alright guys, so good news. We got the Mercedes sold. Finally. You see me in my shirt, my pretty shirt, like I'm in Miami. Alright, so we got the Mercedes sold. The guy who looked at it yesterday, they really liked it. They drove it and actually came back this morning. So they were good on their word on that. So pretty much Facebook leads are a waste of time. As I said, I didn't want to sell this car in front of my house because then they know where I'm at. They could, stuff like that. But this car is a pretty good car. I ain't got no doubts with it. I ain't got no issues with it. So I ain't hiding nothing. So I could sell it from anywhere pretty much. It's just that, I didn't want to sell things from my house for people to know. You just can't never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. Selling stuff, don't sell it from your house. In this case, I needed it gone. There's a lot of traffic. I put it out there anyway. You could pretty much assess people who are looking at the car real quick to know if if you could trust them or not, right? This guy, pretty good, cool dude. He was, looked like a stand-up person. All right, so got the car sold. I had to go to a little graduation there, so I went to that little graduation. They called me, told me that they're on their way. So I ended up cutting it short and come back to meet them. So now I just gotta move to the next. I have another car. I'm gonna get that car ready, but that car I won't be selling from my house. It's just a little cheap cash car for like $1,500, something like that. It's a little old Corolla, so I'm gonna get that car ready and sell it from the truck yard, or just put it on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm liquidating a lot of stuff, getting rid of some things. I just have too many things laying around that I need to get rid of. So I'm gonna get rid of those. Get rid of the vehicles, and have a food trailer. I might get rid of that as well. I'm going back into a restaurant space, but the food trailer and the food truck business, I'm not gonna get back into. I won't be going on the road. I'm looking for more stable stuff, not things to be going out and being on the road, any kind of events and all of that stuff. I ain't trying to do that. So I would rather be stable with a brick and mortar, and you know what I'm saying, you could employ some people and just have it running. The road and the food trailer things is business is just too much. You have to be all over, and you gotta prep to go there, and it's a hit or miss sometimes. So I don't want to do that. I'd rather be stationary with a brick and mortar. So yeah, guys, we got that done. The printer, I still have to print some items, get some shirts and print some business shirts. But the printer, I can't get it to print. It's faded. So I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna get with a friend of mine to try and figure that out, to see why is it printing faded. It could be a case where the print head is no good, or it just needs to purge. Something's going on there. I don't know exactly what's going on. So we're gonna try and figure it out once I get back. So yeah, today is a Friday. It's going along good. We got up super early this morning, uploaded the video. The video is already up for yesterday. So now I'm working on today's video. I didn't film much me at the graduation or anything. As I said, the private stuff I'll leave out. The sale of the car, I didn't film that either. Not everybody wants to be on camera, so I don't, you know what I'm saying? I could have set it up where I don't show any faces, but I didn't want to, put anyone's voice on there. So I didn't film that. I just didn't film that. I don't want to put other people. The vlog is about me and what I'm doing for the day, not about what them. You know what I'm saying? So I'll talk about what I just did in most of these cases if they don't want to go on camera. So, you know, deal went well. Gave him a bill of sale, fill out the title. He did everything right there and then in front of me. So, you know, he got his title, clean title, got his bill of sale. He already put insurance on the car. So now everything is good with him. The emission was already done on that car, so all he has to do is just go by the DMV and get his tags on there. So he shouldn't have any issues there. Car is running real good. All right, so I'm gonna check in with you guys once I get back to the house. I'm gonna try and figure out that what do you call it? I'm gonna try and figure out the printer. I'm gonna try and figure out the printer. I had a brain freeze there. So yeah, once I get back, I'm gonna jump back on that and let you guys see what's going on there. So we got a little gas. Gas is expensive. Can just imagine those people out in California paying $7 to $8 a gallon. That's what I saw something the other day. Gas here, the medium one is $3.53. So gas is expensive. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna survive with this gas situation. Anyhow, got some gas. I'm gonna head over to the auto parts store. This car needs some brakes, so some rotors. So I'm gonna replace the rotors on this car. Yeah, I'm gonna replace the rotors on this car. So I'm gonna stop by the AutoZone or Advance and see how much it cost. You know, right now we're in the Walmart parking lot, Walmart gas station. So we're gonna head down the street. Yeah, guys. So we're on our way. Next stop, Advance Auto. On my way to Advance Auto, there was a gas station right over there. Let me show it to you. It's just being built. It's a new gas station being built. Let me see if I could zoom in. Oh, I can't get it to zoom in, guys. It's doing something else. Okay, there we go. But this truck came in the way. Alright, so it was clear all this time. Now the truck is blocking it. So anyway, there's a gas station behind that truck right there. The gas station, they have the gas station and one single space right beside there. So it was a smaller space. It would have been perfect for a restaurant. This area right here is real busy too, as you can tell. There's a lot of cars at this intersection. There's a plaza behind there with a supermarket behind the gas station. So this area would be a good area for a little restaurant, quick takeout restaurant as well. There's a lot of working people on this road right here. It's Sugarloaf area still. So I would say less corporate, but it's more residential in this area. So we were looking at that location, but we trying to call these people forever and no one, I don't know if they don't have their leasing agent set up yet, but they have a number. We called it, we couldn't get through to them, you know, to try to figure out how much it's going for and get details, you know. So that, you know, I couldn't wait on them. It's a nice little space, but I just couldn't. The other area is much better in terms of location. So location, that other spot, the one I got, is way better in terms of location. So I'm not regretting it. That space, so far I haven't seen a space better than that one in terms of location. I haven't seen it. So we're here now. We're pulling up at Advance Auto. pulling up at Advance. Let me go around and get me a parking. So yeah, we're gonna check the brake rotors on this car. This is where I came and got the battery for the van, for the cargo van the other day. Super expensive, but we have to get it, you know, it's business. Sorry, give me a few. Let me go inside and check to see what the brake rotors on this car cost, and I'll probably just purchase them. So let me do that real quick. Alright guys, so we got the rotors. They had them in stock. Super expensive again for 2 rotors. It's like almost $200. So it's like, yeah, almost $100 a piece for these Infinities. It is what it is. We need it. It's shaking real bad, so we can't drive it with it shaking like that. The brakes is not gone, but the rotors are bad. It's you know, so I'm changing brake pads and rotors. But when your rotors are bad, if you're driving your car, anybody out there, and you're driving your car, and when you hit the brakes, it shakes real bad or pulsate like this, and you know, that's your rotors, your brake rotors. So normally what you do is have your mechanic or your husband or whoever change the brake rotors and pads. It's normally the front rotors and pads that makes it shake like that. Now if you're driving down the road and the car is just shaking with no brake applied, that's either your rim is bent or your tires are no good. So your tires is out of balance, and it causes that shaking. That's if you're going down the road and you step on no brakes, but the steering is shaking like this, right? That would be either your rim is bent or your tires are no good, right? Your front tires most of the time. So that's just a quick tip on, you know, if your car is feeling that way. So now we see I'm driving, the steering is nice and it's not shaking or anything. That tells me my tires are good and balanced. I got them balanced the other day. But if you hit the brake like this and it shakes like this when you hit the brakes, then you know your brake rotors are no good, right? Plain and simple. There is no other way around it. If a mechanic tells you otherwise, guys, get another mechanic. Alright, it's always the same. Of course, you have other issues that could cause it to shake like that, like front end parts and stuff like that. But the typical issue that you're gonna have is when it shakes, it's gonna be typically typically is the right word? I don't even know if typical is right. Who cares? If it shakes when you press the brake, it's your rotors. Change your brake pads at the same time. If it shakes while you're driving without the brake, check your tires first and have them check your rims if it's bent. Bottom line. Alright, so I'm heading back to the house. I won't be able to change this brake right now, but I just get them from now because maybe I could change it tomorrow. It's raining right now. As you can tell, it's coming down real bad. So I won't be able to change them today. I'll change it tomorrow or Sunday if the weather permits. I'm gonna try and get with the grease trap guy to ask him a few more things. I gotta go get my daughter at, what time is it? At 2:45. It's now 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna mess with the printer a little bit and then leave and get my daughter. Let me set a timer. Hey Google, set an alarm for 2:20 p.m.
There, your alarm's set for 2:20 p.m.
Yeah, I love Google. Google, don't get on me, guys, but I think Google is better than Siri. Sometimes Siri don't understand Jamaican, or you know, when me talking a patois like this, like me say, hey Google, it picks you up. See, it's picking me up right now, so I gotta cancel that. Yeah, so Google understand Jamaican, Siri not so much. Google understand whatever language, wherever you're from, it understands your slang or your what do you call it, accent. It understands your accent. Yeah, whatever they be doing over there at Google, they're doing a great job. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna head home, mess with that printer, and then head out, get my daughter at 2:45, and then I'll come back, mess with the printer some more if it's not fixed. Try and get it fixed. If not by today, if it's not working by the end of the day, I'll probably just get some replacement parts. I'll call a friend of mine. He's one who builds those printers. I'll just have him send out some replacement parts for it. So yeah, we heading back to the crib. I'm hungry too. I don't eat nothing from morning. Hungry. I want some food in my belly, you know. I need to get something to eat. 12 o'clock now. Remember guys, I say I not eat nothing from, I normally cut it off from the night before. 8-9 o'clock is the last time I ate. So 8-9 o'clock last night was the last time I ate. So now I'm gonna get something to eat. It's already 1 o'clock. I eat by 12. So all I had today was just some hot water. So I fast every day, just in case you didn't watch my previous videos and you're catching this now. I fast every day. So every day from 8 p.m. I don't eat nothing till the next day 12, right? 1 o'clock. So I fast that whole period between the night and the next day. No food or anything. I'll have hot water in the morning for tea. Most mornings. Some morning, like yesterday morning, I had coffee. I just felt for it. I don't know why, but I felt for some coffee, so I had coffee yesterday. But I would say out of the month, for the whole 30 days, I'll have water mostly. It's like yesterday, no, I had that coffee. I'll never have coffee again for maybe a month, 2 months, maybe sometimes 3, right? So as I said, it's mostly water, hot water in the morning, and then throughout the day I'll have a hot water too as well. I'm Chinese, guys. We drink tea all the time. We drink a lot of tea. My mother is Chinese, so I get that from her. It's just tea all day. Instead of drinking bottled water sometimes, I just drink hot water. It keeps you, I don't know, I guess keeps me young, you know. So yeah, I'm home. I'm gonna head inside, mess with that printer a little bit, and then go from there. Benz is sold, guys. I had it on the market just 1 day and somebody saw it. I had it there before a couple weeks ago, like a week ago. I got some hits. Nothing on Facebook. Facebook is a dud when it comes to the cars. Not saying that stuff don't sell on it. I've gotten sales from it, but a lot of the car calls, I guess they have too many choice, so you know, a lot of them don't come through. But putting it out on the road, which I don't recommend putting it by your house to sell a car, or because they know where you're at. They're gonna, if anything happen, even though it's as is, they might still want to come back to you every minute. You got those type of people, you know. So you really don't want to sell anything at all from your house. I don't recommend it. However, I took the risk and do that. I filtered out some of these people. So, you know, if I see something shaky, then I'm gonna say, hey, you know what, I ain't gonna mess with it. So yeah, I'm here at the house. I'm gonna take care of this thing real quick. All right, so catch you in the next scene. All right, so we back on the printer. We doing some testing. Oh, hold on. Yeah, just flipped on it. So we back on the printer. We're doing some testing. As I said, this yellow line right here, it's not pulling ink. So we're gonna try, if I don't know if you see it, but this line is filled with air. So I'm gonna purge it. As you can tell, this one, see, this line doesn't have ink, but this one have ink. So I'm gonna pull some ink through it and see if we could get that air out. I'm thinking maybe it's filled with air, that's why it's not spraying. That nozzle is not spraying. So let's pull some ink through that and see if we could fix this problem. Alright guys, so I think we got it now. It's printing the way it's supposed to print. As far as our colors, We get nice vibrant yellows and blues and reds and black now. um, what happened is there was just air trapped in the lines, in the yellow line. So one of the yellow line, one of the white line had air trapped. This is like a vacuum system, so as it sprays, it pulls air from the bottle, right? So what was happening was just an air gap in one of these lines, so it wasn't pulling. Whenever you have air, it tends to comes back instead of pulling towards the print head. So we solved that problem. We get good ink, so now we could do a real print, a real test print, and dry it, and then we could apply it to the shirt. I didn't buy the shirts yet, so if anything, I'll order some shirts for later on today to pick it up before the day is over, and then we'll have those to do over the weekend. The shirts, the place that has the shirts, they're not available on the weekend. They're closed on the weekend. But as you can tell, see, we get nice green rum things. We get nice green now. Before it was just blue because there was no yellow. So now it's looking good. As I say, I'm going to do a quick test print, the lifestyle salon suite print, dry it, and then it'll be time for me to get Gabby. It's already 2 o'clock, so I got 20 minutes to get it printed, dry it, and see how it comes out. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I got the printer working. That's where I'm at. I'm on the road now, heading to pick up my daughter. So once I get that done, then I'm gonna go back, dry the prints, and I'll have them ready to be pressed onto the shirts. I'm going to try and log in and order the shirts. If I make it back up in time, I could pick those shirts up, but they close at 5, so if I don't make it in time, I'll just have to wait until Monday. But at least I'll have the prints ready to be printed on the shirt, you know. So that's the plan for the day. Traffic, it's a Friday, I might not make it back up to pick up the shirts in time. I think that place closed off at 4. They close pick up at 4, and it's already 2 something, so I wouldn't make it to pick it up. So yeah, it's gonna be Monday before I pick up the shirts. But good news, I got the printer, the machine working, so over the weekend I could just print all the prints I want to print on the shirts, and then, you know, have them ready. So it's just a matter of buying the shirts now and pressing them on. Pressing them on only take a few minutes. What takes time is to print them out, because you got to print those logos on the film and then dry it. So that is what takes most of the time. So I'll just do that over the weekend, and Monday I'll get the shirt. So now I'm heading to get my daughter. I'm gonna get her, drop her off, and then head back home. The car is sold. He's happy. They went to get it registered, so they're good on that. Let's see. I had a list. I can't cut the lawn today. Jeez, Mega Million, there are 393 million. Powerball, there's 77 million. So guys, go grab a ticket. I'm gonna buy a ticket tonight, today, before I forget. That's a lot of money. With that money, we don't have to work that hard. Yeah. So now I'm heading to get Gabby. I don't know, you might see a difference in the recording. I don't know if it's better or worse, but I forgot the camera. I set it down to take it, but I was in a rush, so I end up leaving the pocket camera. Now I'm filming on my phone, so I don't know if it makes a difference in terms of quality, in terms of sound. This is going to be a good test to see what it looks like or sound like. I know when I'm driving the van, it picks up a lot of noise, like background noise. It picks up a lot of shaking stuff. I think it's less when I'm using the camera, the pocket camera, versus the phone. So we'll see once I get this one uploaded. But yeah, on the other car, the check engine light had came on, so I gotta check that sometime over the weekend. I bought the rotors, I got the rotors for it, so I'm gonna work on that car over the weekend, maybe change the oil and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at. It's Friday. It turned out to be a kind of a busy day. Went to the salon, came back, you know, went to a graduation, went to meet the guy. I left the graduation because he said he was on his way, so I left the graduation, go deal with the guy who was buying the car, you know, stop by the part store. I did a lot today. I know people out there doing a lot. They probably say, man, you ain't doing nothing. Well, it is what it is. That's why I don't work for nobody. That way I could do it at my time, on my own time, you know, and not somebody else's time. So yeah, we going through, guys. This is the other reason why I don't like using the phone, because I'm holding the phone with one hand right now, and this hand, just holding this heavy phone is hurting my hand already. But with the small camera, I could hold it all day. It barely even weighs anything. You hear that? We went over a train line, so it's probably going to be loud in the video. But the pocket camera is real light, so if you have it in your hand, it's like holding nothing, you know what I'm saying, compared to a phone. So we'll see. We'll see. So this is a good comparison, because now I didn't have the camera and I'm using the phone. Now I know, I realize why I love that camera so much, because it's nice and light. You don't really feel it, you know. Right now I have to be using this hand to hold this hand up, and then I don't know which hand I'm using steering, but yeah. We going through. We almost reached my daughter's school, so we're going to turn in a minute. Alright, so we check back in once I drop around, head back up. You hear them potholes we'll be dropping? It's probably loud. I notice when I use the phone, it's louder compared to the pocket camera. If I'm using the mic, it's even lower. It's not that loud. But yeah, we'll check in once we drop her off. Alright guys, so we got the printer printing perfectly. It's printing out our Pepper's logo, as well as we got some done already. So this is for the restaurant, you know, Pepper's. We got some for the salon lifestyle. That's for the pocket for the shirts. We got that right there for the restaurant. So we're doing two different versions. We're doing the white version and the black version, and we're also doing one that says with the website on it. So we're gonna do the website and our slogan, good food fast. So we got that going. So this the process is, when we print it, we dry it, and then this is what we would press onto the shirt. So this is the actual logo that we would put onto the shirt. So you know, you press it with the heat press. So, but we make our own film, you know, print our own film, that logo that goes on the shirt. So that's the process. So when owning restaurants and businesses that uses a lot of shirt, it's good to just invest in one of these machines. You're gonna be going to the printer a lot, so that's why we had, you know, build these machines, so that we don't have to be paying for print all the time, you know, because it gets expensive. If you have workers that works inside of a restaurant, they mess up their shirts a lot. Every time grease catches it, it stains really easy. So you'll be changing out shirts almost every month, 2 months maybe. They mess up their shirts, especially the workers, the employees who's working in the kitchen. those who work in the kitchen, see that one right there. The ones who are working in the kitchen, they go through uniforms like almost every month, 2 months, right? Kitchen, if you work at a fryer, the oil is splashing on their shirt, it stains it. You can't get it out. Anybody that's dealing with sauces or any kind of, it messes up that shirt. So they run through shirts a lot. So if you want your employees to look good all the time and look presentable, always clean, provide a lot of shirts for them. You know what I'm saying? So at least if you have somebody working 5 days a week, right? If you have somebody that's over 5 pairs each, and if they're going through, if you have 4 or 5 employees, that's 5 times 5. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna be going through those uniforms every 2 months, maybe, right? I mean, you don't have to. They could take care of them and stretch it out a little bit longer. It's fine. But you as the owner, if you want your employees to look fresh all the time, give them new shirts. Don't let the shirts start, bursting into holes or washing out. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta remember now, when they work in a kitchen, they're gonna smell like food every single day. So they can't be wearing that same uniform the next day. If they only have 5 pairs, what's gonna happen is, or they only have 2 and they work 5 days, they're gonna have to wash that shirt every day. So washing that shirt every day or every 2 days, they gotta rewash that shirt. It's gonna be washed out by the end of the month. So you wanna give them at least 5 to 10 shirts. You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot when you have to get it made, but the way I'm doing it, we buy the blank shirts and we print them ourselves. So I could print endless amount of shirts in my case. So I always suggest get your employees the right amount of shirts they need, depending on how they work, how often they work. Sometimes you got employees, it's in a hot kitchen, they go through shirts, it's sweaty, it smells like food. Halfway through what they're doing, you're gonna need a shirt just in case an accident happen, something spill and they have to change a shirt. You want to have shirt on hand just in case something happen. You could give them a replacement shirt right there and then. So enough shirt is never enough. If you have a full staff, you always gotta have shirts. Restaurant owners would know or tell you. You always have a box of shirts somewhere in that kitchen. So yeah, we print our own shirts. As far as the salon and stuff, it's not much shirts. It's just shirts that I wear or whoever I would give it to. Wear those shirts. Sometimes I give it away just for promotion. So people wear it. The tenants might wear it. Somebody will see it and eventually might get a tenant out of it. So yeah, shirts a must. When you're making this many shirts, it's best to invest in a machine like that. Bottom line. Either that or you're gonna be paying a lot. If you buy 50 shirts at full price, you're gonna be paying a lot. So this machine will save in like 3 months if you have that much employee. If you only have 2 employees working 5 days, then nah, you don't need this. Just go buy the shirts. So I got the machine ready. It's working. It's printing. So now all I'm doing is just printing out a couple couple of them, and then Monday I'll go pick up the blank shirts from the shirt company, the shirt distributor, I would say. So yeah, once I get them on Monday, I'll continue with this. But this is what I'm doing today. It's Friday. It's now 8 o'clock in the evening. We still working. Today was a full day. I'm still going. I'm in between inside editing the video and printing these. So we're gonna finish printing up a couple of these. I'm gonna print different variations. Now when you do black shirt, you gotta do white logo, right? If you do black shirt, white shirt, you gotta do black logo. So we gotta change the image to white when we print on black shirts. black logo when you print on a white shirt. So this is why we have the black one right here. We have the black one right here. So this is gonna go on a white shirt. I am going to alter this one because it didn't have the website and the slogan. So I'm going to remake this one in black with the website and the slogan on it. So just stay tuned a little bit. We're going to get that done. I'm going to probably end this day's vlog a little bit because I got to go upload it and start editing. I think I have enough footage for maybe about 1.5 hours today. So I'm gonna cut it down to around that time, or sometimes it goes more because I don't do a lot of cutting. Whatever I have video right now, that's what you get. So I'm gonna probably end this one shortly. I'm not gonna do much after this. I'm just gonna edit this video so I could drop it sometime in the morning or tonight. So alright guys, I think we should end it here. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Saturday tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm just gonna head over to the salon, check on that real quick, and then probably just do some yard work. There's not much I could do tomorrow in terms of the restaurant or lifestyle, so I'm gonna probably just cut the lawn tomorrow, wash up the van, find some stuff to do here. The car was sold, which is good. Got the car sold this morning. They were happy with that. Oh, I got the rotors to put on to install on my other car, so we're gonna get those installed tomorrow. I'll vlog that, me changing the rotors. So I'm just gonna do yard stuff tomorrow, and maybe if the restaurant store is open, I'm gonna order that big blender I was talking about. That blender is to make seasoning, so I want to start making the seasoning in batches so I could get the correct recipe, even if I'm gonna make one batch, just to, you know. So I'm gonna take care of that, close this vlog out. See you in the morning early, 6:30. See you in the morning. Peace.